This Morning News on News Radio WRVA.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard this song pop and what it said to you? Lord knows they just want to have control. I remember when I first heard it, and it's one of the things that inspired me to do this. And I was frustrated, and a lot of people are frustrated. This is not a Republican-Democrat thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I have Democrats reaching out to me, talking to me about this redistricting that's going on and this power grab by the Richmond north of Richmond. You see, when the song came out, like you, I was just frustrated, but I didn't know what I was frustrated at or why I was frustrated. I kind of thought I was frustrated, but maybe I'm the only one who saw it. There was a time that I lost my job, and I still needed to pay my kids' tuition, so I drove an Uber. So I went out and I hustled, and I drove for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day so I could pay for his tuition. And I would go pick up people that had SNAP benefits from the grocery store, and I'd hear them brag about how much food they just bought, and, oh, are we going to eat good tonight because they had lobster. I remember picking a kid up from a job training program and dropping him down in public housing, and he had a brand new iPhone. Mine was cracked. It had broken while I was driving. And he had the brand new iPhone, and he was bragging to his friends that he just got this new iPhone, and I'm dropping him off in public housing. And it frustrated me to no end. Here I am busting my butt trying to make ends meet, and these other people are on public assistance, and they have it better than I do. And that's why people started to give up hope. That's why people started to get frustrated. And the song comes out, and it touches all of us. And it exploded, and then it kind of disappeared because it made us feel good for a moment, and then we moved on. But what we failed to do is understand that Oliver Anthony wasn't just giving us an anthem. He was giving us a warning of what was really going on. And right now, I listened to that song over the weekend, and it just hit me, boom, punched me right in the face. The Richmond north of Richmond just want to have total control. So it's not me talking about this or you talking about this. This is the people that want to take control. In their own words, this uneasy feeling we have right now is because they're just saying it out loud. They are so sure of themselves. They're so confident that they can pull this off, that they can have total control. You listen to how they talk and how confident they are in seizing total control in the Commonwealth of Virginia. You take a listen.
We've got opportunities, of course, in Virginia. No one saw that coming.
But can you be specific about Virginia? Because some congressional members seem caught off guard by this.
The people in Virginia, in terms of the legislative leaders, will speak for themselves.
We have to take a look at what our options are and what this opportunity does in Virginia.
A 10-1 map levels the playing field, and we're ready to move forward.
But if it's wrong in North Carolina, why is it right here? Why is it okay here?
I wouldn't say that it's one way or the other. I think we have an opportunity.
That Virginia is moving forward with this temporary and responsive effort to redistrict.
You could have asked me first, and I got 4 years. Our work is done.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for pay.
That was a mashup of Hakeem Jeffries, Don Scott, the governor, in their own words. And you heard at the very, very end, what did they say? Our work here is done, folks. In their own words, they just want to have total control. It didn't happen loudly. It just didn't happen violently. It just happened procedurally. They just got total control. When the Democrats saw they had total control of Capitol Square, they acted upon this, and the rest of us be darned. So this isn't so much about gerrymandering. That's politics. It happens every 10 years. This is about one party, not even one party. This is about one group of elites the Northern Virginia elites, the Fairfax County, the Arlington, the Loudons, that have so much power in this state. Hakeem Jeffries, Eric Holder, and the folks that are now in control of the Senate and the Assembly wanting total control. You know how I could tell you this is going on? There was something that came out this weekend. You tell me if this is total control or not. When you have a congressman that's going to run for office, they need to go get their signatures and turn them in so they can get on the ballot. The signatures have to come from your district. Rob Whitman, Jennifer McClellan, they have to go in their district and have someone collect the signatures, turn them in so they can run for office. Well, because this redistricting map has come out so late and it's controversial, that's why we're talking about it this morning, and it's going to fight its way through the courts, and it's going to go all the way up to the Supreme Court. There is provision in the bills that have come through the General Assembly that the Richmond, north of Richmond, have put forth. And if this isn't total control, I'm not sure what is. That long-standing petition that every congressman has had to get from people in his own district doesn't matter anymore. Grant Mumma of richmonder.org put this out, and I looked into it. The signatures that you gather now don't have to necessarily be from the district because nobody knows what the districts are going to be. They put a map out, but now we have to go and have a referendum. We have to have all of this before the November elections. So in the bills that are going through to Abigail Spanberger's desk, they now say you have to collect your signatures, but they don't have to be from your district anymore because we're not sure where the district lines are going to be. The signatures that you gather will basically be from anybody in the Commonwealth, which means if I wanted to, I could go to Alexandria, Loudoun, Fairfax counties and get 100% of my signatures up in those counties to run for something down in Lynchburg or Norfolk or Richmond or Farmville, where Oliver Anthony's from. Folks, the Richmond, north of Richmond, don't give a rat's you-know-what about what the people of this Commonwealth voted for. 66% of you voted for this, saying, I don't want politicians carving out safe seats for their buddies in the General Assembly or in the Senate, and that's exactly what they've done. You've got such crazy maps that the people in Goochland are connected all the way up to neighborhoods in Richmond. You've got Northern Virginia with long, long lines all the way down to Central Virginia. You've got counties that have nothing to do with one another, all connected. Why? Because someone got together in a back room in D.C. and created a map that would guarantee 10-to-1 dominance of one party over the other. And again, I'll tell you this. I'm hearing from people on both sides of the aisle. This isn't a Republican versus Democrat thing. This is the powerful trying to put their thumbprints on this state in a way that'll change us forever. And that's not what a constitutional republic is. By the way, just remember, what they're trying to do is temporarily change the Constitution for just a few moments. Folks, last time I looked, that Constitution is what we all hold. That we all hold on to. That's the rules. That's the law of the land. I'm sorry, if it's really our Constitution, do I just nudge it and put it aside for a few moments for my own political expediency and for me to gain more power in this state? So throw the whole idea of gerrymandering out the window. That doesn't mean anything to anybody. But this is what's really going on. Rich, powerful men and women north of Richmond in Northern Virginia, in the 7 richest counties, 7 of the 10 richest counties in America, and a congressman from New York City, Hakeem Jeffries, and a willing and able leader of the Senate and the General Assembly have rigged the elections so your voice doesn't count anymore. You don't even need to show up and vote, because if they're guaranteed 10-1, that means they've already fixed it, and my vote means nothing. I don't know about you, but that's not how this constitutional republic works. That's not how the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia works, And it's about time the rest of us stand up and say no to the Richmond north of Richmond in their naked power grab and their attempt to tell you who you get to vote for, not the other way around. They're going to tell you who's going to go up to D.C., not the other way around. It's the Richmond north of Richmond telling the rest of us, shut up, be quiet. We're going to tell you who's going to represent this Commonwealth. We know better than you. You want to comment? I'd love to hear from you. 833-804-1140. 833-804-1140. Tell me it's not the Richmond north of Richmond telling the rest of us to shut up and be quiet. We'll decide who goes to D.C. from this Commonwealth. 833-804-1140, the number for you to join us on the James River Air text line. I'll take your comments on that. Hey, don't forget Politics and Pints, Voices of Virginia, come up Thursday, March 12th. Beacon Theater in Hopewell. Tickets are on sale now. Myself, Jeff Katz, will be hosting, along with our entire WRVA team, and we're going to bring back some of your favorite hosts of the past, including Tim Timberlake and Jimmy Barrett, who've sat in this anchor chair that I now occupy. Tickets are on sale right now. We'll have VIP passes as well. They go quick, so make sure you go to WRVA.com right now to get your tickets. WRVA.com to get your tickets. All right, real quick, I got to remind you that Valentine's